Hello everyone, Storm 101 here. Today we'll be taking a look at this very strong, very low pressure system that's going to be expected to go through like the Rockies into the northern plains, bringing blizzard conditions, damaging winds, severe weather, heavy rain, and flash flooding. This thing here is going to bring in a lot of problems. So we're going to get started with what's going to be going on today. And the main lookout today is going to be the severe weather that's going to be going on for parts of southeastern New Mexico and parts of western Texas. Now, right now, the best of the agreement is actually going to be going on along here. That's what most is suggesting here. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the hail threat. They get a 30%. It's also hatched. What that hatch area means, it can be up to, let's see, greater probability of 2 inches diameter hail or larger within a 25-mile of a point. So Roswell, New Mexico, you're looking to be the bullseye for this. Hobbs, New Mexico as well, going on with this with the hail threat. So look at the damaging wind threat. They got a 45%, which is pretty high. I haven't seen that in a while there. And this looks to be for like Midland, Texas, Odessa, Texas, Hobbs, New Mexico, west of Odessa, Texas, and Loveland, Texas. So right now, Hobbs is really in the bullseye for all this stuff here. If you look at the tornadoes, not really to be a significant kind of threat here. It's a 10%. It's not really significant, but I think we can guarantee you can have a strong tornado out there somewhere. So basically, it will produce large hail, damaging winds, and a few tornadoes this afternoon, basically. And we're looking to have supercells, really. And the good news about this is it's not really a populated area. The only really populated area that could be affected by this is really Hobbs. Is really the town that has a bullseye for all of this here. With Hobbs, I think it's like right down in here. It's in the smack middle. Just about in the smack middle of that 10% there. They're really going to have to watch this. We're expected to probably have a few tornadoes going on around there. Let's look at day 2 here into tomorrow. They've got there's 2 areas here. You got a marginal risk for parts of Kansas and Nebraska. You even get a marginal risk stretching from Missouri, Illinois, far western Kentucky, all the way back down to Texas and Louisiana. You got a slight risk for parts of Louisiana in Arkansas there. Basically what they're looking at here is basically the wind. It's definitely going to be there. We can get a couple spin-up tornadoes. That's at a 2%. Hail is at 5%. That line can produce some hail. If we look into day 3, it's for more areas here. The marginal risk stretches from like parts of Wisconsin, Michigan, all the way back down to like parts of Louisiana and Mississippi and Alabama, while there's a slight risk for parts of Tennessee and Mississippi and Alabama. Really what we're looking at here is basically we're watching. Now, let me tell you here, there's kind of 2 things about this here. We'll start with day 2 here. So day 2, we're expected to see a squall line to develop here. It's basically what all it's going to be. It's just a squall line. That could produce some pretty good damaging winds there, maybe a few spin-ups, and maybe get a little bit of hail out of it there. But when you start to go over into the overnight hours into the morning, the line dies whenever it reaches to like these areas right in here, like central Kentucky, Ohio. It don't reach there. But you get a new squall line that develops right behind it. That's the squall line we're got to watch. Now, my only issue here is if you want severe weather, there's going to be some cooler air going around right in front of this thing here, which is good news there. Whenever a storm dies out, there's basically just a lot of clouds basically everywhere. So, yeah, basically. Now, so that's the severe weather out of things out of the way. The next thing on our list is actually going to be those damaging winds here. So your damaging winds is going to be something else here. So here you go. It's actually going to be your wind gust here. Yeah. So you're right now looking at wind gust. And let me see if I could change this very quickly. If there's any way, maybe I can switch that. Oh, that's wrong. There we go, miles per hour. That's what I want. Alright. So here you go. You got wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour early morning and Wednesday. Now this is where this slope really does steepen. You got your warm front going on along here. You got your cold front going on here. You got wind gusts between the warm and cold front right up to 65. Very strong wind gusts there. Your winds behind us, you're talking about 76. This is what the Euro suggested. Here we go to 9 p.m. It gets stronger when you go up to Colorado there. A little bit. It's a little bit glitched there. There's 4 a.m. on Thursday. It's not as bad, but Nebraska, it's your turn. You get blizzard conditions that time there. If you go to 7 p.m. here, you get a squall line to develop right here. That's the squall line we're watching for. And out ahead of this, like in Tennessee and Kentucky, you're seeing wind gusts up to nearly 55. While like we're at North Platte, Nebraska, 63 there. 8 a.m. on Friday morning, it kind of starts to die out. The winds start to calm down. Now let's take a look at the rain and thunder, the rain accumulations, all that stuff from this here. I think it's going to be in the next 5 days, yeah. So here you go. There's not only these people like running around South Dakota, Nebraska, all that kind of stuff, not only they're going to get a chance for flash flooding, it's also these areas, which these areas do have a better chance because what I've seen earlier today around here in Kentucky, it's still kind of wet. It's still wet. The ground is still saturated. And it really is. You're talking about rate accumulations up to 3 inches just for the Euro. Let's look at the GFS. It's lower, which I could agree on with that. General, half an inch to up to 2 inches is your best bet from that. Let's go ahead and go back to the Euro. Let's look at the snowfall totals here. The snowfall totals are going to be a little bit high here around the low pressure with blizzard conditions like down to South Dakota. You can see up to 21 or 22 inches of snow, which is quite a bit. Really, your green, there's basically your mark at 7 or 8 inches. When you get to the yellows, it's over really around or above a foot. When you get to the orange, that is 2 feet of snow. That kind of gives you a good idea. What's its GFS suggesting? Well, it's basically a very similar thing here. So there's an area down in Nebraska, though. You can see up to 21. Pretty high. So basically, I think we know where this thing's just going to go. It's just a questioning. It's going to be about the severe weather and the rainfall totals. So really, it's just going to be a good question there. So basically, what we got from the system? Well, you've got severe weather, damaging winds, heavy rain and flooding. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, blizzard conditions there. I mean, this thing is just going to be a mess of a system. People say it's probably going to be kind of similar to the 1993 storm system, which it caused a lot of problems just for a lot of people here. So basically, I think the only thing that everybody's going to have to watch is probably going to be the severe weather today. I think that's going to be very concerning, especially for the wind gusts, which they could reach at pretty high levels here. And I'm also being really consistently bringing up this risk for damaging winds and tornadoes, all that stuff. Storm chasers, I figure I'm going to have a really good day because it's going to be out in the plains instead of like in the trees and stuff. It's going to be a perfect storm chase. Probably the best one in this year by so far for a lot of them. So this is all I got for you guys today. Hope you enjoy this video. Sorry I haven't been posting for a while. My computer's just not been working that well. So yeah, if you do like this video, hit the like button. If you really like my channel, hit the subscribe button. It helps me a lot. If you got a question, put it down in the comment section down below. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.